The politicians are essentially saying that human rights are being observed this time around by this specific administration, that people have the right to go freely wherever they want. They don't have to carry their IDs or their DOM passes where they go. They are free to network with whomever they are networking with. They are free to do business with whomever they are doing business with. And there is no segregation that is there, unlike in 1960 on that fateful day where those 61 or 69 South Africans were fatally gunned down by the apartheid regime. But the struggles of today are different from the struggles of 1960. The 1960s generation, the 1970s, 1980s, and the founders of our democracy were fighting for the freedom that we enjoy today. But those in government today are faced with a problem of a lack of water provision, a lack of sanitation that they are providing to the people. The Human Rights Commission had to come into this area where, in essence, the people were living alongside sewage running through the streets. But I'm going to bring in the district mayor to essentially speak about the significance of today. Mayor, just the significance of Human Rights Day today, looking at the struggles of the people of the Vaal Triangle at large.
This is a day that we'll forever remember in Sharpeville and Gauteng, to what happened to the 69 that died in 1960 and the 180 that got injured. That's when South Africa were able to get our freedom. When you look at this community that you are in today, that freedom, what does it mean to them in terms of what government needs to do to our communities? We know that we are facing challenges in one of our biggest municipalities, which is Mfuleni. But we appreciate the intervention that the Gauteng government and the national government is intervening on the issue of service delivery in Mfuleni, particularly Sharpeville, on issues of economic transformation and creating jobs to our community. We do have one big project, the special economic zone, that will unleash and making for sure that young people in this district are able to get job opportunities, are able to get the skills that the market required. In indicating that, I must say, looking at the challenges in general that local government is facing, the 9% that is allocated for local government, it's just not, it's a reality that as government that we really need to look at how best can we assist municipalities and improve that. Looking at it's a reality, the fact that most of our people are not working. They cannot afford to pay municipal services, and that in its own, it poses the challenges to local government to provide its services. And some of the functions that local government is performing and for national department and provincial government, it's now that we are real. It's a reality that we need to work together. So the DDM model is the one that is taking us forward, so that we are able to plan together and implement together, bring whatever that is in the kit to give a meaningful service delivery to our communities.
But Mayor, when you look at the Vaal used to be the industrial hub of Gauteng. You had a number of factories in this area. You had ArcelorMittal, which is also threatening to close down its doors due to issues of electricity, water, lack of services being provided in this specific area. How do you then turn around this situation to create the much needed jobs for the people of the Vaal?
That's a sector that we want to really ignite through the special economic zone, to work with the black industrialists in this area to make sure that, because that was the sector that was creating jobs. So we are reviving that sector through, as I indicated, with the national department through the special economic zone, to make sure that this area sustain itself.
Will the people who perished in 1960 at the hands of the apartheid regime be proud to see the Vaal, to see Sharpeville in the manner that it is today?
I can say it's not really what our people died for. That's the reality that I say, that when you look at the infrastructure of this area, for so many years we were not able to maintain or have sufficient revenues to make sure that we upgrade the infrastructure in this area, so that those basic services our people are able to receive them. But as I said, working with the other spheres of government, we are getting somewhere to make Mfuleni, to make the people of the Vaal to feel also that they are part of Gauteng, they are part of South Africa.
Thank you very much, Mayor. But Sakina, in essence, the Mayor just confirms and says that when you look at the Sharpeville today, when you look at the Vaal, those who perished in 1960 may not be totally proud of how things have turned out to be within this specific area. And it's not only unique to Sharpeville. You go to areas such as Standerton as well in Mpumalanga. You go to areas such as Witbank, where the late Chair Masilela used to come from, a struggle icon as well. Witbank is a shadow of its former self. You go to areas such as Richmond, the area of Sfiso Nkabinde as well. It's not what Richmond used to be. You go to the Vaal, you come to the Vaal as well. The Vaal is not in the manner that and the state that it should be in, which speaks about human rights are there, but are human rights truly being fulfilled when people don't have access to water, when people don't have access to running water in their areas, where the taps have run dry, where Rand Water is failing to provide water to the people alongside the various municipalities as the reservoirs of Gauteng run dry, where sewage is running through the streets, where there's no proper road infrastructure.